Hey, guess what? I bet y'all thought it was over, didn't y'all? This is actually the roadblock we're going to review. But thank you for taking a look at the smaller guy. So,
Because when my dad told me to,
anyway, hey, y'all, this is the review right here of this roadblock. And we picked up the other one just as, why not? We got a miniature Snake Eyes. We got to have a miniature roadblock. So anyway, thank you for watching the first part. This right here is the second part of the bigger roadblock.
I was thinking in my head if it was gonna be a really short video we're gonna do, but apparently no, we got another roadblock here.
Okay, y'all, this guy right here in the 1980s cartoon G.I.JOE, Real American Hero, he's actually a great chef. He loves to cook. He is a force to be reckoned with out there on the field. His name is Roadblock. He is very caring about his partners that fight against G.I. Joe. And he's always there for them. And he's somebody who can be counted on. And he's always got a big gun.
That thing there. And I am guessing this is the classified series version.
Yes, but I'm not exactly sure what part. So this is off the classified series, but I'm not sure exactly what part this is from because I did not do my research on it. I just knew that we had them, and we had the little roadblock, so we're going to do a roadblock review, big and small.
So of course, we're going to take a look at the accessories in a minute, but of course we need to take a look at the detail work. So getting a closer look at the head sculpt here. Of course, gotta scooch the camera back some. So here is Roadblock's head sculpt here, and of course, it is really nicely sculpted and painted in, like the eyes are nicely painted in, and they even painted in his facial hair here. And going down to his suit here, which is nicely painted and sculpted in as well. And they even painted in on his arm here his black tattoo on his shoulder here. But on the other side, there's no tattoo. And on the back here, it's just nicely sculpted and painted in. And here's the top here. And going down to his arms and his gloves here. And going down to his pants here. And you got some nicely sculpted and pouches here. And a gold painted in knee pad here. And of course his boots here, which have a lot of nicely painted gold and red on it. And all around, and here's the bottom of his boots here. And all around, like always, nicely sculpted and painted in, like with all the other G.I. Joe classified series figures. Even though we don't know if this is part of the classified series.
He is, but I'm not sure what section. If I'm right, they made 2 roadblocks, maybe 3 of them. I'm not exactly sure what part this is of the classified series.
Okay, so this is...
That is classified. I'm just not sure what section.
What series he's from?
Yes.
Okay, so this is the classified Roadblock G.I. Joe figure. We just don't know what series.
Yeah, so let us know down below if y'all know which one, because when I got them and stuff like that, I just, y'all forgive me, I have not looked up the information on him. So we're rolling on with it. I do know this, in the 1980s, he was always shown a bunch of times cooking. If he wasn't out there on the field fighting Cobra, he was cooking for his pals, for his other G.I. Joes. And he is quite a good athlete. And like I said, out there on the force to fight against Cobra, he was a force to be reckoned with. And there was a part where it come in G.I. Joe the movie and stuff like that, he did lose his vision, his sight. So actually he had to depend on Cobra Commander to be his eyes for him for a while.
Okay. So for articulation, head is on a ball joint here, and also the base of the neck is also on a ball joint as well. But it is a bit limited due to his suit here, and because of the design of his neck and his body. But his head does have a hinge joint here, so he can look up about that far. Yeah, about that far, and he can look down about
probably that far.
About that far. Arms can rotate all the way around, move in and out on a soft ratchet, yes. And you do have a little bit of an armpit joint. You don't get much armpit joint or butterfly joint. Just a little bit here. But you do get a bicep swivel, double jointed elbows, wrist swivel, and a hinge joint that allows you to move his hands up and down like this. And he does have an ab crunch joint, but because of his suit, his army suit here, it is kind of limited. But he does have a ball joint at the waist here. And his hips can okay. They can like
They have a slight pivot up and down to them.
yeah, a slight shifting it down to them. But they can move forward about that far and only back about that far. Move in and out, thigh swivel, double jointed knees, and the feet can move up and down on a soft ratchet, and you of course have an ankle pivot, and the boots do swivel. So you can still get him into a lot of poses. Just a couple of his joints are a bit limited due to either the design of his body or kind of limited due to his
vest. Due to his vest. So, I mean, you have articulation here, but some of it's limited because the way, like, the vest is made. So, but you can still get him in some really good poses. Excuse me.
And now for his accessories. As I get the camera situated here. Okay, now for his accessories. He really doesn't come with a lot of accessories. He only comes with a couple of accessories. And one of the accessories that he does have is on his little vest here. And that is this knife here does slide out of this little sheath here. And getting a closer look at the knife itself, which has some nice silver paint on the... Well, actually...
It's all silver.
Well, no, it's not actually silver. It's actually a gunmetal gray,
okay,
or a metallic gray. But it does have some nice detail work in it. And of course, you can't have him hold it in either one of his hands. And I'm pretty sure y'all may be asking, does he have interchangeable hands? No. These are the only hands you get with this figure, which are the two trigger finger hands. But But the second accessory that you come with, which I will have to get him out of the way, is this big, massive gun here.
And I do not know what type of gun that is. I honestly do not know. Cannot tell you. It kind of looks, I want to say, partially like a chain gun, but
or like a laser cannon.
A laser gun. It could very well be a laser gun that shoots lasers out. Really couldn't tell you.
But it does have some nice detail work and paint apps to it, and you do have some translucent blue on the tip here that's painted with some gun metal gray or metallic gray paint to it. And
one thing's for sure, whatever he pulls the trigger is done for, with a massive gun that size.
And you do have little bits of red on it with some light blue paint to it.
Now, one thing, I believe you can pull this out.
Yes, you can. This is like a little magazine.
I guess,
but it does pull out.
That's a big old battery to operate the gun. I don't know.
might be a battery thingy, or it might be a little magazine for when you keep your little bullets in.
Or maybe a big battery to operate the laser gun. I don't know.
But you can slide it into that hole there.
Yes.
And he can hold it, but you will have to kind of flex, like really flex his fingers in this handle to get his fingers, his trigger finger on the trigger finger, or on the trigger here. And I've tried to do it, but due to the way his hands are sculpted in, even his fingers, I feel like it got to the point where it feels like I'm about to put some stress wear on his fingers. So I just like have him hold this handle here, because yes, this part is a handle, and of course this part here. So I'm gonna try and get him to hold this. There we go. There we go. And I'll go ahead and do that. And do that. Yeah. And I'll go ahead and put his knife in his little sheath there. So that's how he looks with his big gun here. Yeah, that is a massive gun he has.
Yes, it is.
And like I already told y'all, if you're going to have him hold this handle with the trigger here, this handle here with the trigger here, you need to be extremely careful. That way you don't put a lot of stress marks on his fingers or break them. Because like I already told y'all, I have tried, and I was being very careful to try and get his trigger fingers on this trigger here, but I could not to do it, because it felt like I was gonna break it. So I just keep it like this, from what y'all can see me displaying him holding it with. And that is it. Nothing else to him, except he looks cool, and he doesn't come with many accessories, just a couple, but he does look cool design wise as well.
So with that, we will be back here in a minute, y'all,
With our final thoughts.